poppin', y'all? This is D-Drug with One Shot Game. Man, you already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours. Now, as I always say, you get two choices. The ability to live the life that has been faithfully set out for you, or the ability to create your path towards your own destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact, listen, I got to pull the slingshot back a little bit. And I got to look at it from all angles. Being the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I'm an old soul. I usually oftentimes make videos looking at it from all angles, but I also do blame, some of the things on others without understanding the fact that also you have to be able to really look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? Pull the slingshot back from blaming people, you know what I'm saying, about certain things, and really look at yourself. So I'm speaking to my culture people on this video mainly. But again, it could go, you know what I'm saying, to all people. But this is just what I see in my life. I know for a fact, all of us that I've been around want better things for themselves in their life, right? They're always talking about it. We always highlighting it. You know what I'm saying? And we always never giving up to make sure that we have it, you know? But what about understanding the fact that if you don't got it, changing your mindset on how you think you could be able to get it? You know what I'm saying? You ever wondered why some people gonna get mad at me for this, and that's okay? Police patrol certain areas, because just think about it. As my culture people, we get upset when we don't get things the way we want them, or things are not the way we want them to be, or, you know what I'm saying, we can't make it happen as fast as we want it. We get upset and we immediately turn to, you know what I'm saying, the anger side of us, that feeling as if we're entitled. And then we go project that anger onto someone else, you know what I'm saying, without realizing. And for a long time, you know what I'm saying, the drugs and the alcohol, you feel me, you just got to be real. It puts you in a different state of mind. And at that point, it's either, you know what I'm saying, you constantly replaying your own life, you know, or looking at somebody else's life or what they have and maybe you don't. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you got to be real and understand, yeah, it's you know, companies that make money off of selling these things to us, but you also have a choice not to do them. You know what I'm saying? So because it's more people that are influenced mentally to, you know what I'm saying, not stop doing these things, those businesses keep flourishing. You got to look at it from the other side of the spectrum at all times. You know what I'm saying? We want the better life, but we don't sometimes want to do what it takes to get the better life. Like, listen, I grew up around a lot of people. It was just taboo to work. I don't know what it was, but people just rather be outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just keep it real. Fagging off. Replaying the same thoughts over and over again. Figuring out how, you know what I'm saying, they going to get some money when you could just easily go get a job. You know what I'm saying? And then it's so many people who have excuses. Oh, I can't work because of this. I can't do this. I'm going to wait. I'm going to do this. But I see you every day hustling just to, you know what I'm saying, make it ahead in life. With the constant same thoughts on replay of how you going to take care of yourself when you can make a way. I've been around people I've seen do it. You know what I'm saying? When moms have to make a way for their kids, they put their kids in daycare. They go to work, they figure it out, and they make a way. You know what I'm saying? You just not wanting to work because maybe your kids is too little, or, you know what I'm saying, you keep having babies back to back, you know what I'm saying, depending on a man to provide for you and your kids. Like, I think truly, like, it's up to you and what you want out of life. But you can't be sitting up here being mad at somebody else You know what I'm saying? For maybe getting a position in life that you want when you aren't taking the steps to work towards it. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people like that was growing up in my era, that would rather take from somebody else than actually go out and work for something to get it on their own. They got 1,000,001 excuses on why they can't go, and apply for a job. You ain't doing nothing else. You're not doing anything else all day. At least you could have some money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm not against it. It was days where I used to work and I used to be like, look, you can come and pick me up after I get off. I gotta go to work. I'd rather have money in my pocket and do it the legit way instead of constantly having thoughts on replay of me being angry of somebody else having more than me or somebody else having something that I don't have. When it's ways I can go get it, but instead of thinking in a positive aspect, I'd rather think in a negative aspect. And those kept a lot of the systems flowing. You just got to be real. Listen, a lot of bicultural people, we don't want to be patient and take our time with things. We want it microwave fast. And so let me tell you how that plays out. Like, for instance, I've been around people, you know what I'm saying, that maybe you might have some money and you come over with the dro and the bottle, you feel me? Now they trying to figure out how they can get like that, but they don't got no money. So the easiest play would be to go shack up with a dude, you feel me, and give him something, you feel me, that's only gonna last for a minute to get your money without realizing, like, now you have a soul tie with that person. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is in their soul gonna be in yours, but you only did it for $200. That's so. Imagine how that system kept flowing, because men, you feel me, got what they need. You feel me, and the woman give it to. Listen, but it's all a game, though. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if we just took our time to actually be constructive and work towards something positive. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, in my culture, I've heard say they want things to change. And it's always about blaming someone else. But it was never about looking at the role that they played. You know what I'm saying? In the situation. We want better. We got to be better. You don't think like these politicians and these people with money could be able to drop, you know what I'm saying, things in our culture to uplift it? But if we ain't ready for it, we ain't going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're very fully aware and capable of how we act when we don't get things that we want. You know what I'm saying? The situations we put our mind state in, instead of patiently going out and get it the right way, we'd rather get it fast. So that means you go out and rob somebody, which means more police got to be active in the communities, because people are actually out here working hard for their stuff. And because you mad they got something that they worked for and you want to get it fast right now, because you trying to show off for somebody that you go take from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's all in the mindset. I believe we're slowly leveling up to a state of conscious thinking where we don't use our minds to control things so that they work for us in a fast way or an immediate way or in a way where we got to hurt others. We're actually becoming more conscious to the fact that it's another way. We don't got to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact that there are some people out there that know how to get a job and work. I seen it with my own eyes. But maybe they don't know how to detach from certain people that are influencing them to look at a job as an opposition. But it's, you know what I'm saying, for you to grow in your life and who you are. Listen, I've been in a position where I've got people jobs. You know what I'm saying? And they messed it up for themselves, you know? But I was encouraging them to, hey, look, you ain't doing nothing all day but smoking weed and just wasting your life. At least work so you can earn some honest money and you don't got to ask nobody for nothing. I put them on and they messed it up. You know what I'm saying? And once I learned that, I was like, listen, I'm not putting nobody on no more, because that scars the reputation on my name. They were basically going off of my energy and who I was. Like, you know what I'm saying? She come to work. She does her job. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna you feel me, be motivated by the people she brings us because of her energy. And listen, they messed it up. They didn't tell me why they messed it up. But after that, I was like, listen, I'm not doing that for nobody no more. Because people be acting like they want something, but then when they get in it, it's not the same motivation. So you have to be strong enough as well to cut off people that don't want to see you grow. You know what I'm saying? And it's as simple like as understanding and processing certain things. For instance, if you got a job and maybe you come from a hood background, you know what I'm saying? Nobody works. Everybody wants everything fast. We in distress because we don't got nothing, but we don't want to do it the positive way. We just want to get it fast. You know what I'm saying? So that those people that don't want to work could be jealous of the fact you got a job. So one day they'll call you like, man, you don't got to go to work. Just come over and tap in with me. You feel me? We going to get lit. Da, 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 da. That's your old energy calling your name. And you call off from your job. And then you go to work the next day and they fire you because they really needed you. Now you back in that position when you could have been doing something that was better for you. A lot of the times we can't elevate and grow because we have a hard time cutting off people that don't want us to elevate and grow. Purely because they're not ready to elevate and grow. You got to release those attachments. You got to let them go. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you can only save yourself. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I feel like when you got like kids depending on you, they can't work. So you have to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to be understanding of cutting people off that don't want to see you grow. Like, I don't know what it is with my culture people, but we'd rather just sit around and do nothing all day than go out and get a job. You know what I'm saying? So what? You gonna complain. So what? You might not like it. You know what I'm saying? But there are people that are creators, but sometimes it takes us having to open up the pathways in our brain to figure out what we're good at and stay consistent and create it. You know what I'm saying? So until you get to that point, maybe you have to do something that, you know, occupies your mind on a daily so you can stay away from the negative influence, which will give you the productivity you need to be able to zone in on a creative project. But don't be just sitting around doing nothing. You feel me? Wasting time on your life. And then people be trying to figure out why a lot of our you know what I'm saying, cultures and systems and neighborhoods are still at this low capacity. And that's because we don't never think that we're the problem. We don't never think that it's us that keeps a certain set of energy flowing in our life. It's always easier if we blame it on someone else. Let's take this pain out on someone else. You know what I'm saying? Let's blame this why this is this without realizing, listen, have you ever took a look at yourself? You know what I'm saying? And wonder why some things in your life keep applying to you like a revolving door? Because you get in this mindset where you will want things fast because you're trying to hold up to a certain standard and please someone else, that you do something backwards. Not realizing the energy that you're putting out there, and then be upset when we can't elevate and grow. Listen, I don't think people understand it's a lot bigger than us. And it's not just, you know what I'm saying, these people we want to blame it on fault. It's not just their fault. I'm fully understanding and aware of the fact that when we get better, things will get better. You know what I'm saying? As we continue to grow in our mindset, things will continue to grow as well. You know what I'm saying? Listen, low income housing. I'm pretty sure they will give more low income housing if we don't turn our apartment into the neighborhood trap house. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? That is supposed to be your safe space to keep people safe when it's time to go to sleep. You feel me? You're not able to detach from your thug lifestyle where it's criminal activity going on. You know what I'm saying? Violence and stuff. Like, listen, the reason why oftentimes I don't think people understand is the fact that we've been at a lower level frequency as far as our mindsets for a long time. And that energy kept circulating and floating in our neighborhoods, in our communities. And we wondered why we could never grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that blames anyone, but then I'm a person that also blames everybody. Because until we look at ourselves, nothing will change. Not every police officer is out to get us. Not every police officer is, into corruption. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand how they look at it as, I'm aware of human behavior when it comes to my culture, people, and us not getting what we want, and how we act and manipulate and twist and finesse systems to be able to gain something that we want when it may not even be right, but we did it to trick people so that we can hold up to a certain status. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not knocking nobody, but I'm also looking at the bigger picture. If you're a mom, you know what I'm saying? Listen, there is child action that'll pay for your kids to be babysat or at a daycare while you go and work. You know what I'm saying? Stop depending on that man to work extra hours for the child support when you can go and get your own bag, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen. And people got to wonder why the systems has been functioning. You know what I'm saying? Like they have. And then there are some women like me. You feel me? I'm not finna put, you know what I'm saying, my child's father on child support. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in response for that, I'm a different type of person. I prefer you putting the time in with your child, because I truly believe like a lot of men are used to just cashing out for their kids. They don't spell love through that. They spell it with time. You feel me? You can buy them all the stuff in the world. That doesn't mean anything if your time is spread out with your niggas. You feel me? Getting into altercations and you just all over here satisfying stuff for your own needs. You feel me? With these girls fagging off, that they taking you away. You feel me? From spending time with your children. You know what I'm saying? Things have been mixed up and crisscrossed for so long, and the energy we fed into those things. That's the reason why a lot of the systems and the things in our communities have stayed the same, and we haven't been able to grow and outstep it and elevate higher with the people that may have more than us, that drive the fancy cars. We can get there too, but it's all about the energy and the mindset that you have. It's taking time, but I believe we'll truly get there. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at someone that, is a creator or is doing something different than the rest of the world after they put all the time in. You know what I'm saying? Of doing things in a standard fashion. And now they've been pushed to do something else. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I've been in situations where I struggled. I've been in situations where it was just me against the world. I still didn't take from nobody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about, I'm about to take from somebody else because I ain't got it. No. Use your brain and figure out a way to get it without having to take from somebody who could be struggling too. Just because you worried about the image that you got to present to somebody. That energy keeps recycling and it keeps flowing. And then you'll get to a dead end and wonder why you can't figure your way out. It's because the energy that you emit out there to the world. You feel me? And listen, you can't keep holding your past struggles of what somebody else did on you as the reason why you can't move forward. You have a choice now. You know what I'm saying? To put your life in a direction that you want it to go. You feel me? So if you're just steady waking up every day doing nothing, hanging out with people that is also not doing nothing, what you think is going to happen? You just going to attract people who don't do nothing. And that's why you constantly think about being jealous or envious to what somebody else got. Listen, let me tell you something. I done been around my culture people, right? And I've seen them do something, get caught for doing it, and then lie like they didn't do it. You got to understand how that confuses people that are moving in the way that benefits everybody. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you just got to be real. We're very good at it. I don't live like that no more because I realize like the truth and moving correctly is going to stand the test of time versus me manipulating and finessing and lying. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get done like that, which means I'm not going to do it to nobody else. But just to think how we have used our power to control and finesse systems for our own gain, but in a negative way. So listen, I'm going to just be real. If I was a politician or I was a successful mayor or something like that, I wouldn't pour money into the hood. If y'all don't know how to handle the money, everybody gonna be shooting each other and killing each other because people got money and people don't. You going out and buying, you know what I'm saying, a new Mercedes, and you got 5 kids instead of buying a house. Like, listen, I'm not finna put no money in the hood. I'm not. Because y'all gonna kill each other for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put more people in the hood that's gonna protect people from getting hurt. That's living an honest living. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Then you got people that's some cold hustlers, do things the right way, but you just gotta realize how people looking from the outside looking in, and how we used our power to manipulate and not take ownership for the things that we have done, and how that twisted up the people on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? To where they like, listen, we don't trust them for nothing. We just gonna make sure, you feel me, we lock it down to where they're not able to get out of their box to hurt or incriminate anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to think about it. People take it too far. You took it too far, you got caught, and now you denying it like you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no other choice but to keep a watchful eye, because that's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be real. This is a real thing. Stop not taking ownership of the things that you do. You know what I'm saying? If you are someone that's just, listen, need your mind to focus on something else. Maybe now would be the time that you go out and at least apply for a job. Keep your mind focused and steady until you find something to do. Because just sitting around mad and angry at somebody else's life is not the correct way. You know what I'm saying? It's going to just have a certain mindset that keeps resurfacing. And you got to think about how that keeps the crime rate going, how that keeps the violence going. You know what I'm saying? Because we automatically going to look at someone else for something that they doing instead of looking at ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it was times where I always had to look at myself, but I ain't going to lie and just be like I did the right thing just because someone else was telling me. I had to learn at my own rate. But I never denied when I was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? And if I did get combative with it, it's because someone's approach and delivery to me was combative. So I took that energy and I pushed it back onto them. You know what I'm saying? But to just sit up here and you know what I'm saying, completely go against something I know I did is crazy. If anything, I just was quiet. I didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm moving wrong, but maybe I'm not ready to understand I need to change. Because in my mind, I'm thinking that this is what I'm supposed to be doing because it benefits me. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm older, it's like, listen, I'm fully aware of you can't move that way. The energy you give out reflects your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Stop pushing the blame onto other people and look at yourself for once. And imagine how it would feel if some of the ways and thoughts and things that you perceived towards others was directed towards you. How would you feel when you had the ability to make changes to your life? You know what I'm saying? If you're on a certain path and you're going in a certain direction, keep doing it. Because obviously, you know what I'm saying, you have been redirected from the path you was on for a reason. And people won't understand it because they're more concerned with your path instead of their own. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we have a big disconnection at. I can't see my own path. I can't see my own energy. I can't see the things I do and how it's affecting my life. But it's easier to project that onto someone else. You know what I'm saying? So now we can keep the system going of nobody looking at themselves. We're not doing that. Now is the time to stop blaming others. Stop doing things intentionally for your own selfish motivations. And then when you get caught acting like you didn't do it or blaming it on someone else. You did it. You know you did it. Own up and change that. Because again, your energy is basically what you give out is what you're going to get back. If you know that you're living a life, you ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't hurting nobody. You ain't breaking no laws. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing. Because you're on a certain path for a reason. And knowing and understanding that a lot of people will reflect them not being able to look at themselves onto you. But that's what builds you up. That's what make you stronger. That's what make you cut out for whatever it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. and don't give up. But understand that if we want something more, we got to be something more. We got to elevate our energy to be in those spaces. We cannot want stuff in our mindset and correct, because we going to lose it all. Simple. The universe, when it's ready to talk and it works, you can't blame it on nobody but yourself. You are what you eat. So your energy has to be in a space where you attract what you want. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.